Alright, hello everybody again, it's Failure Family. I'm gonna do another video for now, and I know that the very first Pokemon videos, audio was kind of bad, but I really got the trajectories. But anyways, I started today, and then I did get the 5-day reward, so we can open up in the collection. And this is just a day after the last one, so I only have slight tweaks on like any updates with what's going on, but when we see a new background, then you'll know things are different. But we got a Unified Minds, and let's see. The only good thing that I've ever got, and I don't think it was with this one. No. I'm like too inexperienced to even say what I'm saying. Be he mysterious. I don't think I see anything that I like really. Attached energy from your discard from this. Can't use. These are all pretty bad. Pretty horrible cards. Sleeps between turns, put 6 damage. If this Pokemon remains asleep between turns, put 6 damage counters on your opponent's active Pokemon. Dude, that one is pretty deep. I think Komala is the one that's getting underestimated here. But yeah, let's continue our onslaught with Choodle Reformed. So yeah, I really want to get past to the point on this to where we make some progress on this, because to me it feels like it's harder to get progress through these ones, and I don't want to miss any of the things within this. I want to get all the rewards, and this one is like not even bad to get those rewards. Like there's some other kind of games that are so difficult to even like come up, like wow, I don't even know if I want to say, but like Magic the Arena, that one, it's like there's no point in playing to try to get packs. We just need the beginning one, no beef though, because I'm just sticking for Pokemon for this sake, as like this is how I start, or what I like. For now, I see. I do like the theme, and I do like that it's easy to record for stuff. But I don't even know, because we have to. It'll be a turn to get a 50 attack on for our Hydro Pump, because we get the 20 more damage for each of the blues. And yeah, that's pretty much all. Then another Lapras. Do we need something on the side just to make sure that we make it happen? But that'll be our turn 1. Got that, and then, but they're already coming in with the boss, so this does for each of your opponent's Pokemon. So we don't want to go heavy on this one until we got something that's a little bit more convenient. But they're not going to get that until 3. So I don't really know what to do. I felt like this was an okay hand for our deck, and then it's kind of flopping just because a V card came in here. Maybe, yeah, for the 160 if it were to try to do damage, and then if we had the Rough Seas. If we have Rough Seas, but if it builds up to Heavy Storm before the time that we get to that one, then we'll be in trouble. That's what I think. But it's a pretty good day, just chilling with my snail. Alright, we can go for Hydro Pump. And that's gonna do 30, so next time I'll do 50, bring it to 80. And then to the next thing. I'm just gonna try to race it to the best I can, unless we get something to build off into the other thing. And you know, how did he even get this loop across if it doesn't even have 3? Oh, this is a double? Wow, that is a ridiculous card. That's kind of, that's amazing. You know, but it's in more than one taking punishment for something like that. We're not gonna put the Manatee on the board, but we can do this and then continue trying to hydroplane. It won't matter if we get a Rough Seas, so there is that because we'll get the 30 restore on all of this. The perfect negate to this elements is attack, so I'm glad that we have that in our thing. Do you think that's like the next best thing? Because Ocean's Core does have that, but you know, they stack down 4. I think it's already, and I don't think we really get advantage to like level up on our first turn, so that sucks. I'm not even, and you can put it into bench Pokemon any way you like. So if we do Seafaring and that we build up, a second Lapras is not a bad thing. So we'll put this one. And we only have one bench Pokemon. You know, 3 Laprases is better than a V Pokemon. Screw V Pokemon, I swear. This is not the worst one to get past, but we're still gonna lose. That sucks. Hard Charm on a V Pokemon, that's it. We're usually better than this, but that's okay. Yeah, let's just extend this match as long as we can. 120, and then switch on that. If only we had a hard, like, burst thing. What would be amazing if there's like an electric one that says that their attack paralyzes it. You know, an attacking paralyzer, but that's just fantasy for me right now. Evolution Sense, search for an evolution Pokemon. That was kind of weak. We could have went with just the level ball and then, you know, found something that was under. The only things that we wouldn't have access to would be the tops, like Interlelion and the Dreadnought. Maybe that would be a harder deck than, you know, running like an offshoot on an incense or evolution incense and then an Evosoda. Those cards really don't hit with me too well, just because it's building, just because level is better. But let's try to continue this. It's been a painful start, but let's at least try to get one win so we can start a chain of energy. If you wanted to help try to build a deck, we would have to look at it, but I don't really feel like there's anything better, just because if we get our boy Inteleon, I mean, it's one of the best cards that I see up front, except the Snowman, which is like, I don't know, similar to what I feel Dreadnought, but more powerful. But we can go with the Slice for this and switch to this one to upgrade it, but crap. Oh my goodness. Excuse me. Coronavirus got me today. It's probably just, I don't even know. Alright, we can go with the Super Slice on that, or we're gonna draw two blues. It'll just be a narrative of what I see, because it's gonna be a while. I believe in Super Slice for this one, and its weakness is water, but I do not remember for sure if the evolved form of what we have for this one is Sting is 60, because then we could go in for that for sure. But as long as like these things aren't known, I'm gonna take my chance at the 25%. You know, on a heads it's only 50% chance, you know? So we gotta stay positive. do a little bit of gambling and see how it goes. We're gonna play this Professor's Letter, and I don't want to build up too much because we've won games with Super Slice. Do we get ahead for the start and head for the second? So that's a kill right there. Get a card, a hard charm, and then we could go for the evolution incense on something else, unless we wanted to risk staying in. If we get a hard charm or rough seas, that would be cool. A 110 to stomp. I'm taking the chance and trying to kill it. Our weakness is electricity. Evosoda. Should we just run the hard charm on this one? Just in the off chance that we were to evolve. Super Slice. Oh, 2 tails, no go. They're not gonna be able to do anything because... Oh, they're going for an evolution. But the next thing does more than 110, doesn't it? So we're gonna have to evolve next turn. And we can bring it to our hand just so we know what's going on, so we feel more in control. That's a perfect plan for me. Let's search. And punch. And it's one of those, like, you have to have damage on it and all that. So we're gonna try again. And you know, it might be despaired. Oh, 25% chance, that's for sure. But if they even want to build up, they're gonna have to start trying. And by the time that they put anything on it, they're just gonna try to stack up for that. That's bogus. Has any damage counters on it. This attack does so much more damage. We can be safe and then just start doing damage on it, and then they're not gonna be able to do that attack. We're gonna go with the Super Slice. Dang it. I really don't want them to build up. Okay, next turn. We'll see. I was wondering if they're gonna go reckless, but by the time that they do this one, they're gonna be able to do the forest dump. But we need to hope that we get our Super Slice, because what we're gonna need to do when we kill this one with Super Slice, it's gonna go for that one. That will give us just 130. Oh, it's just all bad. Jeez. Search your deck for that from one of your Pokemon and put it onto that card. Heads. Alright. We got our Super Slice. And we've come across a predicament. And I think we were slacking because we didn't even put anything on here for them to try to get the kill. So, you know, we pretty much lost that one just because we had that, like, short tone of not being forward, which is, it's sad, but it just happens. But we only needed the stage 1 of this one to get on some of these ones, and the act is... But that one is pretty strong because it would give 3 30s plus, so 90 plus, that's a 150. A 150 for that. And then I can't retreat next turn. But I mean, look at that. That is... it's been a rough road today. So sad, but I'm just gonna trek through all the losses, all the wins. Gotta get that and gotta keep going. Because, you know, at least if we're moving fast, whether we win or lose, then we can get that. We might be losing all the way for those 4 chests. This is pretty crazy. You know, another thing like that. Okay, tails. And then, do I want to go first to build up on the lands and then take the damage for the first bit? We got Sobo, so yeah, boy, I'm gonna take that damage and take those hits, and I'm gonna have Articuno on the front for the sack, and then Sobo on the side for the build up. And with the Professor's Letter, gonna build that up to that before we get that 1-2, and even for that to find the ice. But let's try to thin it just a little bit with our Professor's Letter, because I don't think they're gonna do any hooligan stuff that's gonna mess with ours, but I could see how that would be an argument. And then search for these for have 3 lands, but this is not gonna get something until then. So what's gonna have to happen is we'll put this here, and if we were to get this one, we could double on that as well. I don't think it's like that too bad to put Choodle on this one, and this is the updated Choodle, and that feels like a lot stronger on the battlefield than that, like, I don't know, it was like 50, but it didn't have any ability, and it was 3 mana energy for that, and then something on the first one. You know, that's what they say. That's a pretty vicious thing for just being in the beginning, though, I have to say. We can do Evolution Incense to get on the next thing, even though I'm a big fan of this Choodle. And then we're gonna build this up, not gonna waste our ability to find the ice. Then maybe we'll even get the opportunity to build for that. I doubt it. But we're gonna have enough to do 70, that's for sure. Because if they were to do it next turn, as long as there wasn't any interaction with our water mana energy over here, we could do Hydro Snipes. I think we can Hydro Snipe to the win right now. And we did need that mana to activate a retreat. But it is a 120, so there are some things that we want to reconsider, is strengthening our Choodle. For as long as this lives, which it can live 2 more turns, as long as things are in accordance with what's going on right now, that I can begin to do a Jaw Lock. And then on the Jaw Lock sack, or we can Evolution Incense to see what the other one. We're not going to be able to build to that though. And they did take off something from us. And we have resistance. But not enough to make me feel safe. So we're going to put this here. We're going to see what Choodle evolved looks like. It's gonna be Jaw Lock all day. And then we can do something, well, it can take off something from ours, so we can do this to complete the rotation. But if anything were to happen, we would have to sack our boy right here. So we're gonna leave it into a position to be able to be sacked, because we might not be able to build into that turn 3. Unless how much are in this retreat. So it'd do 120, which is perfect. We can build up to touch you right there. And we'll have that one ready to go as well. That's our position. I want to say that we have a real chance of winning this game. We got everything that is epic on the board. We get one more turn to build up something. We better be right about what we said about the Choodle. Because next turn we can build this and I'll do for each in your Your opponent's active Pokemon's retreat. Perfect, perfect. Now we're gonna bring Choodle to the board. We're gonna evolve him. Put something on him. And use Visage Bite for 120. And that is the kill. Now this one setup will be fairly good. And we can switch between these two. And what's his escape cost? Is it high? 2 retreats, so 120. It's a 120 versus the 130 for the kill. We're gonna go with the 130. Putting this on it. Wow, that felt very good. And if we switch into the Inteleon, we're gonna stop growth. If they're trying to build up on anything on their front, they might try to, you know, build up on something like this for each prize card your opponent has taken. That is their Taurus right there. You gotta watch out for that one. But we're just given the win. So finally we're evening out the odds. That's what I'm talking about. Team value really surviving in this, you know, from the beginning of just learning this game, which during this process we just did, to getting here. I'm excited to get to those 4, so we're gonna have to hurry up and win, lose to get to see what those 4 treasure chests are. Okay, much better. I felt so bad this morning. I just woke up gagging almost. And yeah, it was bad. Here we go. Done, close, no additional. I don't need no additional. We're on the draw, boy. On a, you know, 1/3 chance. Well, not 1/3 chance of getting anything like that. We got half to a 1/3 chance of drawing. Boy, I draw until I drop. I'll draw until I make a Mozambique or something. You have no additional basic lands to start. I don't need anything like that. And they're building up so high, so we can just water splash, or we can slice. Is this someone to be sliced? Let's slice them up. 2 120s. Sometimes it goes pretty well. I'm gonna go with this. Aw, dang it. Wow. Whatever turn order for this, it's confusing sometimes. And they're gonna build up to it, so this is not good. By the time they get that, we can get, because on their second, so we'll get 1 hit, and then it's pretty much just saying that we will get 1 hit. This is, again, not optimal. But is their attack strong? Put instead of 1 on that Pokemon. Your opponent's active opponent put 8 damage counters instead of 1 on that Pokemon between turns. Jeez. What do I deserve to get such treatment? Okay, we went crazy. And we went with that. Because there's like not too many outlets of what I wanted to do right there. Except I gotta put this over here. Continue to draw stuff. You know, if someone sees me doing something like this, they might have one of those shuffle cards. It's strange, but people do run those. The in-between will be death, but we have this one just to get it, so what are they gonna do? Probably not too much. Wow, poisoned. That is so not cool. We're putting this over here. Professor's letter. The poison is already working. I can't even read anymore. Switching on to that 120. That was 80 to death. Bring on that to my 80 from the darkness. Dude, I'm pretty much dead by one Pokemon. That's bogus. Dude, that's extra bogus right there. I'm just a crabby. Leave me alone. Leave me alone, please. I don't want to die. That was bad. Did not get hired by Pokemon with that voice acting. It's okay, I'm not offended. I just play this every weekend. With no subscribers. So, no hard feelings. See, we don't get a win. We don't even progress inside of our chest. You know, I think I only have the willpower to get to that chest. Alright. Now we're versing a master of the game. Jeez. We will never catch a break. Oh. Dang it. I liked everything except we didn't have a starter. But I appreciate that we do get mulligans because I feel like this round represents liberty. Alright, never mind. It represents Chudo gang for life. They're going in with a 180 on a gust. Dude, starting off with anything. Ridiculous. That's a Wobbuffet in my book. Bro, running the double, you know, double dice. That's not double dice. Those are these nuts. My goodness. I'm about it. Why would I even want to lockjaw first? But what is he gonna build up to that's gonna make... Let me see the playmat, because we can build up to Kingler. I'm so mad because we only have the Under Kingler and the Inteleon for the in-between. We need an Under Kingler. Dude, it's a super slice game right now. Let's try to build up for Choodle, put this on the side, and then try to resist any first damages that they try to do with the hard charm, because then it's gonna stop that from being effective, which is only gonna give us one more turn. Well, actually not, because they can just do that, so I think we're gonna be taking the instant nosedive, unless there's a downside to that. No, there's no downside. That's bogus. We need to get double energy. The nuts. Alright, switching to this one because we have no choice. And then just dying and not progressing. So if we lose, do we always get progression, even if we don't necessarily do anything? But we can do a 150 damage with Kingler next turn if, you know, it lets us. This thing is, you know, a tornado is a very dominant figure, controlling the wind. And the game. according to this. Oh my goodness. This person is stuck up. Waiting like forever. Not only that, but I only had 1 water on this, so I gotta build to do that, and wow. That sucks, because I also could do 150. Kingler is like an amazing thing, or Krabby to get the pull on like, you know, any of those builders, but it's kind of not so much on anything else. I'm kind of upset that this went south, but I gotta build up to get that treasure chest, so lost compilation, but that's okay. It happens. Every dog has their day, as they say. That was pretty bad, but I don't think like the setup is too bad. Maybe that we do. I think what ruined our deck is that we did a 3rd link to the Dreadnought, but that's okay. I'm still gonna run that because then we could flatten it for 2 usable Pokemon, which if it becomes too hard like it is right now, then that's what we're gonna do, because I don't really think it defines what our strengths are, and we can switch those Evosodas for just the level, like, but I don't think that's good either, because if we do the lands, sometimes we need those Evos to get to the ultimate, especially on a stage 3 build, which is, you know, my favorite so far. We did get some V Pokemon pulls, but it was like only Dragon Pult, and then getting a Dragon Pult basic, I mean, this is not where I want to build from. But we can put this on the side and build up like how we were trying to say. And then if we put this down, I think the stimulus is going to be that we are getting the super slice, and that we want to do that for, you know, our insta-kill build. But in Articuno, that's a sub. Here, let's see. Come on, come on. I'm trying to make this as quick as possible. I want to get those jets. This is the march of the Choodles. I demand some progress and all this. They need to do something. How do you think we'll improve that? Do you think by flattening the, you know, even though it's stage 2, that we added an additional Choodle? I think we gotta take a Choodle out, and we gotta take a Dreadnought out. I still think that's probably the best play. Then it'll flatten like the pull, but is it Lapras? I don't know. We're gonna go for search just to make sure that we get something good and do that early, and then put this on here, and then we can either decide to sack our person because they're not gonna be able to build up into the freezing winds, and if so, on a good flip, that we could do something like that. Or we can go for this one, see that they don't build up to that, or we can do a double wave splash right now and take this one out. But they have, you know, a few turns to get to that, which leaves us on an excess of only 10 if all goes still to this. And then without having anything on this one, we would have to evolve that, but having a Lapras or a Kyogre would be the good next play. That would be the best possibility, I think. Come on, come on. These ones are just ridiculous, and I'll be running a whole set of these, 4 of them. I'll be running 24 of these ones in my goat deck right there. That'll be the These Nuts deck. Dude, that would be pretty amazing. It probably is 4 that you can run. Yeah, I'm bringing back the past. That's a throwback right there. And that they're not trying to do the thing means that I'm gonna do the thing. And if they're trying to build up for what they're trying to prepare, then I'm gonna have a slight advantage. A slight advantage enough where I can at least put 1 on this before Manatee's sack. And then that's gonna give me the chance to go in. But since they have some strength on these ones, I'm not really feeling that. Don't sprint turn. Discard if you do heal 60 damage. Oh my goodness, it says heal 60 damage. That means we have to go for the insta-kill. Dude, that card is ridiculous. Guzzlord, once per turn, you may discard a card from your hand. If you do, heal 60 damage from this Pokemon. I mean, like, why is this guy so stealthy? He's anonymous. Thank you. I know, it was just too intense. There was no way. But we could have went in for the flip for the super slice. Only halfway. Thank you, Aubrey Plaza. That was because that's how I was acting right there. Deduction skills. That was like the deduction skills of that whole movie right there. Like, what was the one with Michael Cera and Aubrey Plaza? That was Scott Pilgrim? No. No, that was super bad. Because that was a bad joke about how wrong I was about those movies. What's that movie about the person who had to, like, fix, you know, had a brother and they had to fix, like, a window side pane? That's a good movie. It reminds me of that 50-50 movie. Those are, like, you know, a category movie that I find acceptable. Dude, I don't even remember what Kingler does, dude. I could go in for the Kingler and do the 1 damage, and then go on the 2, and then no, I just roasted and toasted both of them. That's what I would have done. You know, that trucker hat looks all too familiar. Wow, won't even do me the honor. Admit that you would have got destroyed. I know who you are. That's how I feel about that. There's not that many people who are playing this, unless I can see. Maybe I'm wrong and that there's a lot of people playing this. I mean, it is since 2011, from what I've known. No, I think there is quite a bit of people. But what do I know? Going first to... Yeah, I mean... Going first is like going second in this game. That's what I mean, because you pretty much build the thing. Have not played the real game, like, in person, but I don't find myself seeing that important, especially during, like, all this, the process, the lockdown, you know, new experiences, anxiety, and just the commitment. Like, the first game that I ever started playing was Magic the Gathering, and, like, you know, I just, like, throughout probably, like, 3 or so years, like, I've only accumulated, like, some of my favorite decks. And then I don't even play it, so if I was gonna do something like that, then I wouldn't even be doing it. It made sense in my mind, but that's okay. Guard press to the power down for something and switch to do a double water splash. I think it's pretty crucial to hold Manatee's strength in this one. So we are gonna do the Dark Charm, because if we get 2 60s on this, on nothing on the up, that we're gonna have advantage. And that's not a problem with me because his first turn is no, so, and then his second turn is non-lethal, but getting the Crush Hammer on an advantage on a tails on something that was risked. The only time that'd be good is if you're running the full thing on the full hammers to get that on the hits. So we're gonna switch this and go into the Wave Splash for the first part to see that he's gonna get the draws, and then see if we can get that on an additional turn, which will give him additional draws to do something. But unless it builds into something during the spell, it takes 20 less. That doesn't build into its next thing, so that's fine with me. I don't want to put an additional one on this one, but we can go with this because it got decreased a little bit, and that's going to pressure him to either have a double ball or, you know, I need a name for that one other than what I've called it. The balls. Yeah, he doesn't have balls, so we're gonna do a Wave Splash again, get the kill, put this on 130. They got an Aurora Grain, which heals 30 from this, so putting something... Wow, he got a kill on us somehow. And we lost right there. Ah, we got killed. That's whatever. That was kind of like something that should have been in our favor. Oh. We got 41 minutes on the clock. So let's hurry and try to get that other one. I'm gonna say it's his. Never mind. I picked tails. I'm so cold, but I don't want to turn on my little heater just because you don't want no problems. Well, not that, it's just I don't feel like doing that right now. I think I'm gonna post this one like mid-week, but it doesn't really matter because nobody sees these initially, so it's not like a follow-along, but you know, if it were to succeed, that's how I would say it. So let me just do the things I need to do for me right now. That's how I feel. Priorities. If we get a jaw lock, it's not necessarily beneficial for us, but strengthening to get to Dreadnought is important to us. So if we switch on this one, the retreat cost is so high though that if we could get another Choodle from the level ball, then I think that's the answer to do that and let this get sacked. Alright, and we have a Lapras, so let's put the Lapras down to see what kind of decision making we make right here. So let's punt things onto our Choodle, then bring that up to hopefully use Lapras as a mother for the next bench Pokemon, and that's how we're gonna go about it. This person's did pretty well to balance their cards out though for the beginning, except just running a poison, a sleep poison. What is it actually? Did not do tremendous damage. If your opponent has any tag team in play, so 50. So if it does 50 to this, I think it's still to do this, and then we take that little bit. Well, let's... Oh my goodness, dude. I just ruined the game right there. Because they can go in if they get another land. And that's to the 90. Wow. Who is the dumbest of them all? I think it would be me right there. Dang it. That's so sad. That I cried. Seafaring to switch. Not so much. Then we'll do it to the 50 and then go to that. We'll bring it to 50 and then do that additional. We're gonna be playing with Lapras the whole time. That's completely fine with me. But come on, we need to win. You need to understand, girl. I've been here for 5 days. Eating my own toenails. And won't even give me, you know, the light of day. I'm still pretty happy with this. Wow, that's really one more 10, and then I can put it onto something else for that. But what's gonna be their decrease to 0? See, that wasn't anything. So we have how much? 30? You know, only 30 left on that, and we picked the wrong defense, but we only have the 30 resist, and that's to go to a 40 without the thing. I don't know what that does, but we'll explore it. We're gonna put this on here, and then is there anyone we have to worry about right now? This one has it to 2. Does 40 times the damage. So on a 40 that only does 1, it would do 10 and 40. And this one is already hardened during your opponent's, that would be done. During your opponent's, if this one would be damaged by intent, prevent that attack's damage to this one if that damage is 60 or less. Okay, it's not 60 or less. It's more than that. Should we Safair for Kingler's Evosoda? Yeah, I think we should consider Kingler. Because if we use Seafaring on a success, and that's all that caps up to be, that's not even a move, really. Is that what I'm saying about my own move? Because I think it is a move. Nope. I'm adding it to my crabby. Come on. Yes, this is a good plan. And this is live. Oh, next turn, then I'll evolve it, and then we'll see the Kingler with the 4, and then that'll be the jump on the death of this one. That one coming in. He didn't even try to build up to to bug bite. That's, well, it wouldn't have done much, but it would have been important. We'll use this one to evolve. Krabby. Oh. There we go for that one. And we're gonna get killed probably by this one. Maybe not though on flip. So We'll just have to wait and see through. That's okay though. Not too mad about it. Now we're gonna... Oh my goodness, it's already evolved and that's just 80. So let's play it safe. Use the level ball. And we're gonna get Sobo. We got Sobo, Drizzle, the whole chain. Evosoda, like, kind of better because it does it right on top of the board. So if I had that and if I had a soda, and I'd, you know, it'd be a wrap. I gotta keep that in mind with soda, because why am I running the sense if I can go soda and do a fast ramp? Please tell me we got these chests and then we can end it again at another, like, an hour video. Not like freaking, you know, like an hour video is like 7 gigabytes. That's a fun fact from myself. Thank you very much. I think win or lose, as long as it goes up, we got those 4 pins. Oh, I'm hoping in all ways that we get something good. Here's a Krabby, and switching it to Super Slice all day. And if we get a Sobble, that would be convenient, but I'm not gonna whine about it. There will be no tears in this water deck. Please wait. Come on, Mimosa, I gotta get going. Always, and then done. Switch that into an Articuno, where I just want to build up quick for the Super Slice and see if we can get that. Do we really want to keep this card as a body? The best it can do is get a double level ball. What do we have in our playmat? The Drizzle? Let's start with the fundamentals and go with the Sobble. What would be the most... Nothing is important to Hard Charm at this moment. No shield required from any of my dudes. And they have a lot of things that are a lot similar. So that's something to keep in mind. But I'll feel that once we got that, it's a safe 2 mana energy, which is gonna be good. And we're gonna put that on Drizzle. And we're gonna put this one on this one. And then we're gonna continue. Alright, 50% chance. There we go. There we go. Lotto Master. I do love running that card just because of how ridiculous it is. But we can go in for a guarantee and do a 40 to 150. I think doing the 40 to 150 on beating the race is gonna be good for us. So unlike the other times, we're going to evolve this one. Put a special card in it. And we can just start with the 9 as well. Are they running, you know, the balls? No balls. Balls has been the highlight of all our opponents. The surprise. I gotta see where that comes from. It's been decreased. That's the bad Dreadnought. That's the one that I don't need. My drizzle, or are we gonna lockjaw this? I'm gonna hope that we get that, but it'd be more solid to build to It's almost, well, it's not almost time for work, but it's getting there. I'm thinking about it. I'm getting refreshed for the start of the week, the work week. Now let's flatten ourselves into Toodle, go for the rend. It's not gonna be able to build up to anything that's damaged. And the best you can do is thin out to hope on the draw that is there. What's this card? Is there any complaints with the production value? I'm trying to make the settings pretty fixed so it's all cool, but it's just kind of short sometimes. That finding ice, you know, it's almost giving me chills. Then I gotta turn on the heater. Professors, but conveniently, I have a mini heater right here to protect myself from this ice. Very convenient. Alright, we're gonna go to the claw rings right there, and then what is a down Fanpy or a Fanpy gonna do in this situation? That wasn't even a Fanpy, that was a Dreadnought. It kinda looks like a Fanpy from there. Dude, I don't know, because the resolution sometimes it matches my eyesight along with other things. I mean, who got it perfect? Like, when I look at that, it looks like that. But as far as reading the card, I can't read the card either from the distance. It is actual blur. I think they're toasted, but they got double balls. Jeez, that might have been no, it's decreased. But we're at 120. So we gotta build. Here's what we can do, we can build like that. And then on next turn that they try to do something. Do they have any hooligan items? Or how much is the escape? It's a high escape cost. Alright, give us those chests. You evil turtle. You gotta give back. Give me them chests. Went back to, dude, I did not even know the special energy gives back both of the things. So anything that's on stages, fundamental. We only need to do so much more damage. And what better answer than to use our Visage Bite? Our Visage Bite is gonna be the death of them. Cause look, they got 4 retreat, so 4 times 40, no, 4 times 30, that's 120 plus our 60. That should be it right there. Ho 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 ho. Got it this time. I don't know if I want to try to do different games. I want to get some like older ones, and I feel like we kind of like, it feels good playing the games, and I really like to, but I don't know what other game I should play. I like progressing in this because else I don't really feel like I do progress in it. A retreat of 3, so 90, 150, 150 versus the 130. Dude, I would take that all day. We're gonna go with Krabby. We're gonna thin out our deck. Going with the hard charm. For this one. Adding in energy. But look at that Dreadnought with this one for the heavy retreat. And then we have this monstrosity's level up. It's more competitive than you think. Now we can add something here. Lockjaw. Now let's end the video with opening the packs, and that's gonna be exciting. I know it just felt like it's a short compile of these ones, but if I want to do like another video, then you know, I don't even do it much, but if I were to try to stay consistent and it's like you have to do it like show every day, then it's better just to do it as an hour. To me. Collection. We're gonna go to the packs, like remember from last time, and then let's see what we get. It's just one card. Slurp up though. If your opponent's active Pokemon isn't confused, this attack does nothing. So it can be a stage 2. I have not used the confused mechanic as much, so I don't know. Energy search. Search for a deck for basic energy. That's the evolving wild of Pokemon. Relicanth, 10. And then search for up to 2 rare fossil cards and put them onto your bench and stuff your deck. Is the fossil deck any fun? And like, on a scale of like what I'll make from 1 to 5, what tier would it be? And as in tier 1's the best. Or maybe tier 5's the best. I always try to say that. 5 stars. Yeah, 5 stars to 4 stars, 3 stars to 2 stars, 1 star. I didn't even look at that Mimikyu. Was it good or no? I feel the same way, but let's see. Let's get a whiff of what is in our collection so far. Could we even have that same one? No, never mind, it was something else. Where's that Mimikyu at? It's kind of a bummer that, you know, this video only ended with so much of that, but at least we got to that bar. Your opponent's bench Pokemon can't be healed. You know, I don't know about that, but we can look at the other stuff. This is why I was kind of considering going with laser focus, but I because we would have the full the 3 because that has 2 in that one. And also with the laser focus one, it makes it pro, you know, pro unique things such as special cards. Once we're adding special energies and stuff, and then it's gonna make this for what it is. But until then, so let's get a calculator real quick. If I have one on deck, which I think I usually do. Unless an obligation. Dude, it's pretty much in my DNA. I know what to do. I'm gonna use my mind math. 225 plus 180. So I'm gonna minus the 8, bring it to 180, and then that's 3, then it's 4, and then 8 plus 5 is 13. So 413 is what we would have if we got this one. Just about. We're just under what we want to be at. But look at that. The star 3 goals. 3 to 5 to whatever. Dude, this one's not even good. I didn't even look at it. Search your deck for a steel reveal, put into your hand. If you go second, search for 5 Pokemon instead of 1. Oh, if you go second, damn boy, 5 steals. Maybe Jasmine is. That's just that dumb card, you know, like I play Exodio on my first turn. Obliterate. That's how I feel about that one. Oh, we're all done. Finito. But look at that. Those are short-term goals being succeeded, and we just gotta rev past these few. But thank you for staying in tune, even though nobody is watching right now. But if you were ever to watch, know that I took a lot of time to make sure this series was enjoyable to watch, and that you really get to experience the journey of playing Pokemon TCGO with me, and that we kind of see like the best stuff and like some of my mindset, because I feel like I have a bright mind to figure out what is best, and you're gonna kind of see that and maybe adapt my playing style to your playing style, and then become a better player, and even, you know, see from there like how you like it or find it more appealing to play. But that's pretty much all that I have for this one. There might be some more, and you can just always look at my playlist because I do have a lot of these. I do them every Saturday, and yeah, that's more of like a preparation because this is just like more of a hobby thing. But I'm still glad that it gets me to play.